Hello and welcome everyone, my name is Lucas and today I'm gonna show you how I made this Neurofunk drum and bass track using only one specific Kontakt library called Rust for Relics by Soundiron. No long talking, let's dive right in. This song is only about 1 minute long, so let's play it real quick. So let's take a look at the individual instances of Kontakt 7, because I prefer to have them all in separate instances rather than having one Kontakt 7 instance and then manage everything inside of that. That's just my personal preference. Alright, so the first thing you notice, because it's bright and pink, is the ghost trigger. This is the only thing that is not from the Kontakt library, because it's just some sidechain compression utility kind of input signal trigger thingy. The first thing we have is windmill spin FX long. This is one of the sets, and yeah, I like this because it sounded like it could be a perfectly creepy intro for some dark drum and bass kind of stuff. Listen for yourselves. Normally it comes without all the delay and reverb, so if I switch that off, it sounds like this. Pretty similar, just did some EQing, some very basic saturation using some preset from Saturn 2, some fruity delay bang with one of my custom presets, just some diffused kind of echoes, and reverb, some dimension expander. And yeah, this is what it sounds like. Pretty cool for an intro, and the cool thing about this is this section right here contains more than just that squeaky noise. It also has like these rustling sounds and stuff like that. The next thing is the custom FX preset called Jungle Fever. And I thought this was perfect for some kind of drop noise kind of thingy. Yeah, this is what it sounds like. Again, this just has a lot of chorus and dimension expander, just to widen that stuff. But normally it would sound like this. Pretty cool on its own. Kind of reminds me of 𝗬𝗾𝗀𝗧𝗏𝗧. The next thing is, oh yeah, I had like sine layer, kick layer, and snare layer. They were just metal perk hits and some pure sine layers to give the fundamental frequency more beef and just have it consistent. But these are obsolete now because I bounced them out as samples for further processing, and these just sound like that. On and so forth. Yeah, they just had distortion, compression, transient processing, clipping, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, now they are these bounced samples, which now have only a limiter at the end of it and some basic equalizing. Nothing too fancy, just some drums. The next thing is the fire truck and tractor percussion. Same as for the windmill spin FX long. This is some cool section here within this library and sounds something like this. There was not much processing to it actually. I just monoed that stuff, gave some room reverb, some dimension expander, another reverb, just, you know, shaping the sound a little bit, giving it more style, but without everything else, it doesn't really sound that different. Yeah, pretty much the same, but with more space and character, a little more character. Windmill intro perk. This is the stuff that can be heard in the intro, apparently. That actually didn't have any processing, because the sound was awesome on its own already and sufficient for the purpose of it. Farmhouse symbol. This reminded me of some kind of ride bell or something. And that's why I called it farmhouse symbol. The section is called artillery shell rolls. And yeah, pretty much it. It's just some basic EQing here, removing everything else except for the portion that I wanted to mix in the farmhouse shaker. Is something you can turn into a shaker. It sounds very cool. It's the telephone FX section. Windmill hi-hat. This one is interesting because it's not really a hi-hat. It contains more percussive, like more different percussive sounds, and I just used that for that stuff on top of everything else, and yeah, that's just what it does. The next two instances are the pads, and they come from the ambiences. Relic Biens 2 is this one. The next one is ambiences Relic Biens 11. This is from the same section, but just another sample or sound. And this one has a lot more character. Yeah, just very strong, and I really like that on top of the other pad. Then there's the bass design that everyone has been waiting for. Yeah, this is actually just the sublayer. This is just from the subsynth sustains and a pure sine. I don't have any effects in here. Yeah, this is just some sub bass with some slight distortion. Yeah, the next one is actually the one that's doing the growls. I used two different layers in here. The first one is soft 3 from the subsynth sustains with like these settings here. And as you can see, I brought the pitch down to -14 cents. And the second layer, it's basically the same thing, but it's soft 1, and the pitch is brought up to 14 cents. Yeah, so this is just some basic grease, so to say. Yeah, I used the Stomp Screamer module in the FX section to create this aggressive distortion. Then in here, there's the funky part. A lot of EQing, some more distortion, some chorus, some compression, some OTT sound goodizer, like a lot of stuff to squeeze the sound and just make it more brutal. And this is flowing into this bass sub-bus for all these 3 layers. It also has a second one because I didn't have enough space anymore. And yeah, this is just doing all that stuff. Yeah, I'm not gonna go through every single effect now because I want to keep this as short as possible. When you play this, it sounds something like this. I mean, without the effects, it would sound like this. So all the other stuff is just the bus compression, some more dimension, some EQing and stuff like that. But technically, it's just a Reese with a lot of distortion, chorus, and all these things. Yeah, so the last thing is the percussive bass. This one was made using 4 different layers. The first one is the subsynth staccatos saw hard. The second one is fire truck and tractor percussion. The third one is subsynth staccato saw hard white, and it's also detuned. And the fourth one is subsynth staccato's white noise, just for that extra crunch on top of everything. Yeah, and when these three layers play together, it sounds something like this. Yeah, and that's basically it. I had these sections for the audio. It's just these two bounced samples, the automation clips, doing all the automation stuff, and then the Soundiron Rust 4 Relics section with these instances. Yeah, and that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Maybe it inspired you to do something similar. Maybe you want to check out this library yourself. The link is down in the description if you want to check it out. And yeah, thanks for watching and see you next time.